Okay, welcome to Module 4 of the E-Hypnotherapist 12-week certification and marketing program. So we are going to talk about developing your niche and your expertise this week in this training. Let's jump into it. So let's first look at how to position yourself on social media to maximize your prestige, your credibility, and your trust. And so I'm just going to move my video out of the way so you can still see me, but I can still see the slides. So what do people know you for right now? So here's a bit of a test for you. So go and have a look at the last 10 Facebook posts that you've made on your personal profile. So we're talking about your personal profile. So what's been the theme of the last 10 social media posts for you? So what you do is you scroll through and you just get a feel for it. Are you more about entertainment? What I mean by that, are you just trying to entertain people? It's like, oh, here's this cute cat video, or here's this funny thing that I found? Or are you more of a sort of complainer? Are you kind of, trying to, agitate people into action, and you complain about certain things like, we need to take action against this, and, these people are doing this against us? Or are you more about education, such as, here are the 3 steps to doing this. Here's something I learned today. Here's an inspirational quote, or, is there something else? So just get a feel for how do people currently perceive you through your social media, because that's going to help us understand what we need to do to change things. Now, the beliefs that we need to ensure that our prospects have in order to convert them from an inquiry to a sale is, number one, they need to believe that you are the right person. They need to believe that your promise can deliver to them and that you can actually deliver to your promise. They need to believe in the pathway that you're suggesting. So the method that you're suggesting, they need to believe in. So the promise is, that you can help them overcome this problem. The pathway is, how do you help them overcome that problem? They need to believe in the proof. So they want to know that there's some social proof there. They want to know there's some evidence of previous results. And they want to feel like it's a good investment for them. So they want to make sure they're getting a return on investment, ROI, for the amount of money that they're looking to invest in this. So we're going to really focus on the person, the promise, and the path and the proof today. We'll leave price out for now. So the mindset of an expert, and I really want to have you all to adopt that mindset of you are an expert. I don't want you to go into this thinking I'm just a hypnotherapist, because there's thousands of hypnotherapists out there. I want you to go into it as you are one of one. We need to establish your credibility, your prestige, your positioning as you are one of one, not one of many. So you want to, first of all, adopt that mindset of, you need to become an expert. Now, what does an expert really mean? Well, it's a subjective term, because, am I an expert in the English language compared to a 10-year-old? I would say I am. Am I an expert? What's something I'm not very good at? Am I an expert in dancing compared to a 5-year-old? Yeah, I think I would be compared to them. But so we always have things that we are better than and people that we are worse than. And so it's always about understanding who is going to be your market and just mastering your path. So being committed to getting better every day. You want to share your knowledge with others, and so you want to start today. And that's what experts do. Experts don't hang on to their knowledge and keep it back for themselves. They share it. They want to impact people. You want to focus on people who are below you and then follow people that are above you. You all want to have people that you are following, in your expertise. I've been sending some information to some people where I find, now that I know what the expertise is, if I find something, I'm like, oh, here, this is your expertise. Does this help? And I'm just going to send articles and links and all these sorts of things to people who are building up their expertise in certain things, because I believe we all need to have people that we are following that can teach us how to get bigger and better results. And then finally, you will doubt yourself and you'll rarely feel ready, but do it anyway. And that's the mindset of an expert. Do not wait to be ready. Just take action. That's how you get ready. You get ready by taking action. You don't wait to be ready and then take action. That's just a dysfunctional mindset that people get stuck in. Those sorts of people just do not take action. Those sorts of people do not get the results. People that get results that I've been around that's really impacted my life the most is taking action and getting ready on the way. Like, you get ready by taking action. So get out of your own way. Stop making it about yourself. Stop thinking, oh, but I'm not ready. That is when people are being selfish, that I'm not ready. I don't feel like I can do this. I don't know enough. It's not about us. It's about our audience. It's about helping them. There are people in pain right now that need to know your content. They need you to reach out to them. So it's your moral obligation to reach out to those people to be able to help them. So get out of your own way and just start taking action. So the ingredients you need in order to really step up as an expert is, number one, you want to identify your superpower. We'll kind of talk about that in a moment, or your genius. You want to tell your story, because your story is a really powerful marketing asset. You want to get clear on what your mission is. So what's your big purpose? And then understand what your offer is as well. Now you need to make sure you have the clarity in these 4 areas. So what's your superpower? So your superpower often won't seem like a big deal to you because you've been doing it for so long. Now, it doesn't necessarily need to be directly related to the challenge. So as an example of the problem that you're solving with people, you just want to share. I'll give you an example. For example, Emma Romano. Her story, part of her superpower is she learned to heal herself, and yet part of her brand is Family Freedom Protocol. So it's about connecting people with their family members and helping them sort of overcome things that have been holding them back. So her superpower is not, yes, there's some connection points there, but it's not, directly related as such. So her superpower is also she thinks she's really funny, and so she brings a lot of comedy to her approach. Her other superpower is she's very direct. She'll tell you exactly how it is. She doesn't sugarcoat it too much. And so, that's her superpower. That brings a certain flair and a certain brand to her style. I think my superpower is being able to communicate complex tasks in simple language and ensure that other people can receive it. So my superpower is being able to run transformational live events. My superpower is being really authentic and down to earth and being able to just tell people what's the 20% that gets the 80% result. That's my superpower. And so, I sometimes understate just how powerful that can be because that's what I live. I live and breathe that stuff. So the next question is, what have you spent so much time doing that's now natural to you? Often there are things that have just come natural to you. You don't even realize that it's something that people just would desire. They would love to have that skill. And then what are you really good at? So don't wait for a qualification because your results are your qualifications. There are some people like, but I'm not ready yet. I don't have a qualification. Don't wait for qualifications. Just get out there and start taking action. Yes, you want to have confidence behind you. You want to know that you can do the job. You know that you can deliver on your promises. But then you have to ask yourself, am I just waiting for a bit of paper with my name on it? Or can I actually just get out there and start helping people? There is nothing. You do not need to be qualified to share information with people. You do not need a bit of paper. No one's going to give you permission to share information with people. You can just start to be what we call a reporter expert. A reporter expert is not qualified in that area, but they just go and find information and they distill it down and they stop other people from having to go and do the research. So you can be a reporter or a research expert. And there's other types of experts as well. So at the very least, just stay one step ahead of your students. And that's the key to this here, is just stay one step ahead. There's always going to be people that know more than you, but you are an expert to people just behind you. I think there was a con man, I can't remember his name. He was the guy that they made the movie, what is it? Come Fly With Me, I think it is. Anyway, it was Leonardo DiCaprio played the character. And it was this guy I think he was a teenager, and he pretended he was a pilot. And so he got onto a plane and he flew a plane. And then he pretended that he was a professor, and he went to a university and he taught some subject for like a semester or 2 semesters or something like that. And he was pretending he wasn't even a professor. And when people asked him, how are you able to do that? He just said, I just had to read 2 or 3 chapters ahead of where the students were. That's all you need to do. You just need to read 2 or 3 chapters ahead. Now, I'm not suggesting you will become con men or con women, but that's how easy it can be. You just need to know more than the people that you're leading. So telling your story. Here's how you tell your story. So what is your 0 to hero story? What's your hero's journey? You want to think about what's the darkest moment. And there's transformational power in this. We teach this at World Class Speaker Training. At World Class Speaker Training, the part of the transformational aspect of that course is that you are taking your worst moment and you're giving it power. Like you are giving it positive power. You are saying that you are this amazing expert because of these things that have happened to you. The things that happened to you, they didn't happen to you, they happened for you. And so telling your story helps inspire other people. So by sharing the darkest moment with your audience, it allows them to feel like, okay, I can relate to you now. You're not just some person that's born with a silver spoon in your mouth. And you don't want your audience to sit there and go, well, Shane, it's easy for you. Like, you've had an easy life. You want to share with people the tough moments in your life. And sometimes it's the most challenging moment in your life. Now, what that does for you personally in terms of therapeutic benefits for you is it takes the negative charge. Like if you are scared to tell people about that darkest moment of your life, that tells us that there's still some healing to be done there. And so you want to be able to bring out those darkest moments and use them for positive purposes. So what's the biggest breakthrough you've made? Think about that. What's the big turning point for you? At what point did you just turn your life around? And if you can structure this now towards your content, towards whatever it might be, whether it be alcohol, whether it be smoking, whether it be gut health, whether it be depression, whether it be anxiety, whether it be identity, whatever it is, what's that breakthrough moment for you? Because that becomes a metaphor for your audience to go, oh, that's where I need to get to. I need to get to that moment as well. Now, what are you absolutely certain about in your industry? So what are you certain of? What do you know to be absolutely true? What's working, what's not working? And then what results and authority do you have in this field? Now, you may think, oh, I don't have much, Shane, because I'm just starting out. Okay, great. So you don't have much. That's okay. At least you now know where you're at in the grand scheme of things. Now, you need to build up your authority. You need to build results. If you already got results, then okay, I've already got some, Shane. I can move on to the next step. If you don't have results, then that's where you need to either one, go and find other people's results just to prove that the concept is true, and then go and find your own results. And that's why in the second module that we covered, where we're talking about the low-hanging fruit, it was about trying to get some clients in return getting a testimony from. You want testimonies, and we'll talk about that in this call. So what's your mission? So your mission is sort of then talking about, okay, what's your market? So your market is, are you going to be focused on health? Is it going to be wealth? Is it spirituality? Is it relationships? So it might be health. You might be smoking. It might be weight loss. It might be alcohol. It might be addictions. Is it relationships? Well, addictions, if it's device addiction, I know I've seen Ned's information around, part of the issue around addiction, a device addiction, is it deplenishes or impacts negatively relationships. So is it more about overcoming trauma, which therefore would be more relationships? Is it a relationship with yourself? Is it spirituality? Is it more around, are you putting something programmed together to enhance psychic powers or psychic development, or is there something else? Is it about healing your chakra, healing your DNA? So think about what sort of market do you fit into? Are you helping people become a money magnet? Are you helping people improve their money mindset? In which case it fall into the wealth category. And then what's the sub-market? So smoking, money, sports, depression, anxiety, weight loss. So we're niching down. And then in terms of niche, what's the new unique offering? So you want things to be new, not improved. And the reason for that is, in terms of marketing, improved does not perform as well as new. So for example, if there is something out there that is brand new, it's like this new drink. I mean, I saw some ad on, I think I was watching YouTube, and there's an ad, I think it was, that showed the new Coke energy power drink, I think it is. It's like a Red Bull for Coke. That's new. Now, I don't drink Coke and I don't drink energy drinks, but there was a part of me was like, I'm curious. I'm curious as to what that tastes like. Because I've tasted all those energy drinks, most of them, I would say. I don't drink them, but I've tasted them before. Now I'm curious about what that tastes like. Now, if it was just improved, and I think a while ago they did barbecue shapes. If you don't know what barbecue shapes are, there's like this biscuit with stuff on it, and they released it as it's new and improved. Sorry, it was improved. I think it was new and improved, but it was improved. So I didn't feel compelled to eat that. I didn't taste it. Now I know there's a backlash, and they went back to the original formula of the taste. But I want you to understand that new is better than improved. So if you can make your offering new, brand new, no one's ever done it before, it doesn't exist in the world until you create it, you will get more people's attention than if it's just improved. If it's just like, hey, this is a better way of doing things, not as good as this is a brand new way of doing things. Now, look, admittedly, improved is better than same. So don't be the same as, hey, here's another way to do it. Don't be same, be improved, or ideally be new. So the question is, are you in a blue ocean market or a red ocean market? I want to show you what I mean by that. Move the video out of the way here. So a red ocean market is where it's kind of, think of it like an ocean with blood in it. It's bloody with competition. So there's a lot of sharks in the water, and they're feeding on whatever's in that water. There's blood in the water. So that's where the sharks go. They go where the blood is. And so what happens if you are being a part of a red ocean market, you are competing with those existing markets, with those existing competitors. You're begging for people's attention. So you're like, oh, please choose me. You're one of many. And it's slow and stagnant growth. We don't want you to be one of many. It's why you're already separating yourself by being an E-Hypnotherapist. There's already hypnotherapists out there. There's thousands of them. Now you're an E-Hypnotherapist. I know that there's only about 30 E-Hypnotherapists in the world right now. You guys are it. So you already are in a blue ocean market. But now you might still get lumped into, oh, you're just a hypnotherapist. So we want to separate it even further. So that's when you create a blue ocean market. That's where it's uncontested. It means there are no competitors in that space because you are the only one that does it. So you want to take a unique approach and stand out. It's free from competition because no one does it. And then you want to capture that new demand. And this is where you start to package up your content so that no one else does your content. So no one else teaches the 5P profitable speaking system. That's what we teach at World Class Speaker Training. And no one else teaches the inner power matrix, which is what we teach at Australian Success Mastery. And so, no one else teaches some of our content. No one else teaches the 6S learning system. No one else teaches the practitioner mindset formula. This is all our own content. No one else teaches that stuff. So you cannot go anywhere else and learn that content. It's a blue ocean market. Now, you're doing your best you can to make sure you stay in that blue ocean market, but it all depends on your client's perception. So your client might just say, oh, Shane, you're just another public speaker training course, or you're just another mindset course, or you're just another NLP course, or you're just another hypnotherapy course. Yes, they could potentially box us back into the red ocean market, but at least we're doing our best to stay in that blue ocean market as much as possible. Now, so what's your offer? So this is helping you come up with what is your offer. Now, I know some of you already chosen kind of like your niche, your market and your niche and your sub-market. And I've already seen some feedback or given some of you feedback about you need to be a little bit clearer on that. You need to use the language of your audience, not necessarily use your own language. So you don't want to use language that your audience is currently sort of Googling for. If you can use sort of Google type language, you get much better results. So what's your big promise? Because remember, you want to speak the language of your audience. You want to speak the language of the other person's model of the world, not just your language. So what's your big promise? What do you promise? What's the big promise here? So is it, I'm going to help you overcome depression? Is it, I know like at ASM, we say, we'll help you overcome the 3 biggest problems that are holding you back right now. The 3 biggest problems. Whatever it might be, come to ASM, you'll overcome the 3 biggest problems, guaranteed. They'll be done and dusted. You'll go on with the rest of your life, and you'll carry those tools and you'll be able to help other people overcome similar challenges as well. That's like a big promise. The big promise at World Class Speaker Training is that we will show you how to become a financially successful speaker in 7 days to a point where you can go out there and make $10,000 from your first presentation. And that's our big promise. And so again, first of all, what is your big promise, and then can you deliver on it? I mean, obviously you want to make sure you can deliver on it, right? So what is it that you're offering that is new and different? So how is this new and how is it different? So one of the things that we say at ASM is like, this is different because it's 12 immersive days. It's in an environment that's carefully controlled, and you'll be learning both in an educational and a transformational way. And you'll be supported by people that's non-judgmental, and you make big transformations in your life. So that's how kind of new and different. World Class Speaker Training will do the same thing. It's 7 days where you actually install unconsciously 36 behaviors of the world's best speakers. So you just perform in those ways easily and effortlessly over a course of 7 days. You'll walk out with a 30-minute presentation that's highly polished that allows you to make money straight away. So that's how ours is different, because I've done public speaking courses. I know that it's different from all these other public speaking courses. I've done NLP and transformational courses. I know how ASM is different from all these other courses. So again, know your competitors. You better know your competitors as well. So do some competitor analysis, and we talk about that in future weeks. But for now, just go and research, go and learn what your competitors are doing. So what is the greatest desire that you help your clients create? So what are they hoping for? What's their big desire that they're looking for? And get clear on what that is. Again, try and use their language. Think about what are they saying to themselves? And then what is the method that you use to help your clients get their greatest desire? And we'll talk about method in a moment. So it's getting really clear on what is going to be your offer. So how do you create your offer? So let's sort of go through some steps now. So the big promise. What is the big promise and outcome that you can deliver to your clients with certainty? What's that going to be? And then what's your exclusive solution method? So this is the one thing that sometimes is ambiguous that no one else can deliver. Now, the reason why you want to be ambiguous is you want to create curiosity. So if I was to say, oh, look, at world-class speaker training, we teach the 5P profitable speaking system. At that point, you're like, okay, what is this? What's this 5P profitable speaking system? At Relationship Success, we say we're going to teach you the 6-step honeymoon feeling forever system. Okay, what's that? So now I've got people's attention. Like, if you're either in or you're out. Right? At that point, you're either, okay, I'm curious, what is this? Or you're like, oh, I don't care about relationships. That's cool. You're not the right fit for that. Or if you're like, I don't care about public speaking, not the right fit for it. But it creates curiosity and there's a point of differentiation. So you think about some sort of key words you can throw in there: the formula, process, the nutrient, the algorithm, system, the protocol. You're trying to throw some of these words in there that position yours in a different way. So we have the success learning system. So system seems to be something we use a lot. We have the practitioner mindset formula. I know Emma Romano has the family freedom protocol. She has her own timeline reset. We have the spin flow process, spin flow technique, I think we call it. And so you have technique, you have process. So, you create your own intellectual property. It's really what are you doing? But you want to create some curiosity. And then what's a curiosity causing question? So what is the burning question that will be in the heads of your prospects as they're hearing this? So again, you want to try to mind read where your prospects are at. So here's an example. So the big promise would be become a transformational and 7-figure speaker in 7 days. That's kind of like an example of our big promise for world-class speaker training. The exclusive solution method, the 5P profitable speaking system. The curiosity causing question would be, they're probably thinking, what's this 5P system that'll make me a great speaker who earns $1 million? And how do I join that? How do I get involved? So that's kind of what you want to be thinking. So here's a quick little template for you to fill out as well. Now, obviously, I'm going to send you the slide deck here, but make sure you put pen to paper. Make sure this is one of the tasks that you take away. Increase that accountability. Once you put it together, post it into the group. Use that as your external accountability. So every task that we go through, use the group to say, hey guys, I've just done this. Give yourself that significance to go, you know what, I'm awesome. I just took action. I'm building my business. It also gives us an opportunity to socialize it with you and go, look, this is great. I love this. I love that. That's awesome. Well done. Or at least say, you know what, that's really good, but maybe change that or tweak that. Or, so again, use the group as that external accountability. I typically know whether people are getting results or not because they're either in the group or they're not in the group. If you're a lurker in the group, I know there's a good chance you're not getting results because you're not going through the program. So make sure you use that group as that external trigger to go, you know what, I need to take action. I need to put into the group. All right, so break down your solution. So this is how do we kind of develop your exclusive solution. So you've got the SME steps. And what I mean by that is break your big promise down into 3 stages: the start, the middle, and the end. So what do people need to know at the start in order to think about your big promise, of course? So what is your big promise? Again, we use mine as an example, to become a 7-figure profitable speaker that's transformational. So what do they need to know at the start? Well, first of all, they need to understand the mindset. I always start with mindset. They need to understand the mindset before we even start learning behaviors. Change the mindset first. So step 1 would be looking at mindset. That's the start. Then the middle would be the behaviors. So learning to promote yourself, learning to package up your content, learning to present. And then the end is how to sell from stage. How to sell from stage, how to close from stage. Otherwise, you don't end up making any money at all. And so that's a start, middle, and end. So I now have a system. I have a 3-step system. Now I can break them down into smaller steps, and I do. I'm breaking them into 5 steps. I know it's coming up with your passion, your purpose. It's in, helping you package up your content. It's then showing you how to promote it so you can actually get people in the room. It's then showing you how to present, and it's showing you how to profit from it. That's the 5P profitable speaking system. So you want to systemize your content. It makes it easy for people to follow that. So that's how you start to create your own exclusive content. So break it down. Here's a template for you again. Now let's have a look at social proof, prestige, and credibility. So what is social proof? Well, social proof is established by using testimonials and stories about working with other clients. You want prestige, which creates exclusivity, or exclusivity creates prestige, I should say. Scarcity, success, and positioning. You need to position yourself as an expert. That creates prestige. Scarcity, you only work with certain people. Success, I want to see that you've got results. It's exclusivity, success, similar sort of things, but exclusivity means that you're the only one that teaches that content. And then credibility. I want to know that you're knowledgeable. I want to know that you kind of come across as an expert. I want to know you're specialized. That if I go to you, there's a lot of people who want to work with the world's best. It depends again on your market. I mean, I know some people have this scarcity mentality, like, oh, but no one's going to pay my price. Yeah, they won't pay your price if you're looking to get clients that are on Centrelink that are struggling to make money, that don't have their money sorted. But there are a lot of people out there that have, I mean, the average wage is now up to about, I think, 75 grand or so. And there's a lot of people out there with money who are still screwed up, who still need help. And so it just depends on who you're focusing on. So be a specialist, and be committed, and use your frequently asked questions. You want to know what your frequently asked questions are. And that helps you, give you that internal confidence, like, yeah, you know what? I've done the work. I've done the research. I'm bulletproof. Throw a question at me. I can answer it. You don't want to be an expert who, if I throw you a question, you're like, oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, that tells me you haven't understood your frequently asked questions. You want to know what the frequently asked questions are. You want to appear as though you've been doing this for the last 10 years, even if you only started 10 days ago. So how do you do that? Well, you need to understand your frequently asked questions. Go and find out, what are people asking about this sort of content? Go and Google stuff. Go and spend some time increasing your knowledge so that you can have that credible mindset about you as well, and you can display that. So let's have a look at social proof, the testimonials and case studies. So testimonials, you want to develop a system for getting testimonials. And what I mean by that is, do I have any here? Here we go. No, that's not it. Is that an example? Yeah, I think we've got an example here. So this is our system. We have a feedback form. So at the frame is a feedback form. I don't give this to people and go, hey, here's a testimonial form. I don't call it a testimonial form, because I know some people go, oh, I don't want to do that. But if you give them a feedback form, this works. The reason why these work, this is the system, right? So give your clients a feedback form. So you would have an electronic feedback form, and you would send it to them. As soon as you're wrapping up the call, you say, great, well, I'll send you a feedback form. I would actually encourage you to include the feedback form on the intro email. So when you're communicating with someone at the start, you might have a link, which is, here's the feedback form. So before you even start the session, they're getting a link to the feedback form. You can actually set it up electronically, which is probably a good thing to do. So go to things like SurveyMonkey. SurveyMonkey's something that we use. I think there's a free version of it as well. And you can set up the feedback form in SurveyMonkey. So the feedback is, what do you like? Scale of 1 to 10, what do you think about this? What do you think about me? What do you think about the session? What do you think about the video connection? I don't know, something like that. And then you have a little area. What would you say to someone else thinking about working with me? And they don't have to fill it out, but it's there. The way it works is based on consistency. So people want to stay consistent. That's why when they start filling out a form, they're then more likely to fill out the testimonial area as well. So make sure there's a system in place so that every single client gets it. I know we've got over 8,000 testimonials. I have an abundance of testimonials. I have so many testimonials, I don't even do much with them anymore because we just have so many. But that's a quality problem. It's better to be in that position than to have a low quality problem where you just don't have many testimonials at all. You don't have any. So also be daring to ask, or dare yourself to ask for a testimonial straight away. So sometimes just ask them directly, and you get a feel for this, where they're an absolute raving fan straight away and you can get away with it. And just say, look, can I just get a quick testimony from you? Would you mind? Is that okay? Awesome, great. So can I just ask you, what would you say to someone about, if you can get them through video, I mean, remember, you were recording the video call. Make sure you're recording the video call. Get that recording and then slice it, cut out just that little testimonial. Bang, you've got a video testimony. Just get into the habit of always asking people, can I get a quick testimony from you? Great, awesome. What would you say to someone thinking about working with me? They're going to say something? Great, you've got a little video there. And then create a document or spreadsheet of testimonials and feedback. So add all testimonials into a spreadsheet. Now, if you're doing it through SurveyMonkey, you can export it, and you can export it into a CSV file or an Excel file, those things. And that's all you really want, is just a spreadsheet, because these are marketing assets. If you've got a video, put it into a video testimony folder and keep them as marketing assets. They are worth gold. They're worth money. So keep them there because you want to continue to use them. So using testimonials, so you want to share them in various formats. You can have a written testimony. So obviously this is a written testimony. So I can take the language that's there and I can then put it into a post. I can put it into a post. Here's what Frank said about working with me. Something like that. You do direct to camera. I can actually say, I'm super excited. I'm going to be direct to camera like this. Okay, I'm super excited because I just read Sarah's feedback. This is what she just said about the course. She just came through the hypnosis weekend. This is what she said, blah, 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 blah. I love getting feedback like this. It just tells us that we're on the right path and we're making a difference. So that's one way of doing it. You can just read out other people's testimony. You have a video of the written testimony. So you can either, one, if you don't know how to create your own videos, you can go and outsource it. So go to Fiverr, go to Upwork, go to Elance, and you get someone, you can outsource it. It might cost you like $10 or $15. You tell them what you want, and they'll create a little video for you. Alternatively, there's some really cool apps you can get. I think Spark Post is one that can do videos. There's a few out there now. I'm not going to waste my time trying to find them again now. But there's a few apps out there that will allow you to put videos together using text and make it sort of all fit together. But again, that could be a time sink. So you might spend half an hour trying to do it as opposed to spend 5 minutes hiring someone for $15 that's going to do it for you. So you have to weigh up the pros and cons for that. Or you have your client direct-to-camera. That is ideal. If you can get client direct-to-camera, that is the best because it is their words, their tonality, their face. That's ideal. So direct-to-camera testimonial structure, if I was going to do a direct-to-camera, I might say something like this. Hey, look, this is, I'm going to share with you some feedback that I had from Sarah. She's an amazing mother so I'm going to use the identity label, mother, from Melbourne, who really wants to help her kids improve their life as well as improve her own life. And then I'll talk about the impact. So she recently came to the hypnosis weekend and I taught her how to really tap into the power of her mind and how to help her kids tap into the power of their mind as well. And as a result, this is what she said. She said, I blah, 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 blah. And she's gone back home and been able to start to improve her kids' life as well as take her life to the next level. So again, you've got introduction, your impact, result, testimonial. So that's one way to kind of frame it up. If you're going to do, this is just an example of it. So this is Nessa McGee. She's a doctor of Chinese medicine, originally from Melbourne, who's such a compassionate and heart-driven mother and healer who's passionate about helping people overcome depression. So I always want to promote that person first. I want to promote them so they feel good about it. Like, thank you, Shane. You just promoted me. Awesome. Thank you. And then I go into what I did. So I taught how to understand how her mind really works and how to take control of it in order to overcome the biggest of life's challenges and problems. As a result, Nessa learned how to overcome depression in 2 weeks that she'd had it for over 10 years. This is what she said. I'm going to what she said. So now let's look at recording short scripted videos. Now I know I'm going somewhat fast because I'm pretty sure I'm going to go over time and I want to give you plenty of content. So you may need to watch this again or may need to pause it just so you can kind of keep up. I think my green tea is kicked in, so I might have a little bit of caffeine maybe coursing through my veins perhaps. But let's keep going. Feel free to stop it or pause it or slow it down if you need to as well. So let's have a look at recording short scripted videos using a teleprompter. And the reason why I go for teleprompter is in years of teaching people to do videos, it's the one thing I hear the most is that people fumble through their words and they can't get through a video correctly because they forget what they're supposed to say. So I want to go for, it's not ideal, like you don't always want to use teleprompter because you sometimes get too reliant on teleprompter, but it's a good starting point. So using teleprompter for short scripted videos is useful. The one that I would recommend the most is called Big View. So just do a search in the app stores for Big View. You should be able to find it, or teleprompter. I think it's called Reporter. I think it might also be called. Do I have it there? No. So that's the icon. Look for that icon. That's the logo. But look for the icon. It's like almost like a scene, isn't it? It's like a tree with a sun and a hill. Anyway, you want to write your own script and then copy and paste it into the Big View app. Then put your phone on a tripod. So this is the tripod that I use. This is a kind of an expensive one. This is the DJI something, Osmo, I think it's called. It's about $200. You don't need to get something like that. This is more for handheld sort of stuff. But I've got like a little tripod that sits on the bottom of it. So if you've seen some of my videos, pretty much all of my videos right now are recorded through my phone attached to this tripod. It sits just there. And you guys can't see that, but it just sits there on the table. I also have another one really quickly. Another one here. This is a bit more of a heavy duty one. So it's got one of these little brackets on it. Here, this was about maybe $100. You don't need to get a $100 one. We just use them a lot and they travel around Australia with us. But You get one for about $30, $40, about $30, $40. All you need to do is just get another little adapter for your smartphone. It just sort of sticks on top. That's about $10, $15. You go to JB Hi-Fi or Ted's Camera or even eBay, you should be able to find some like that. But get a tripod so that you don't have to hold it, it's not shaky. Here's some examples. Like that's the one that I just showed you before, the DJI one, the one on the ground there. You get these sort of snaky sort of ones. That red one with the red feet in it, it's got magnets on it, so it can actually stick on metallic things. This one's a bit more of a cheap one that I think is about $10. So again, you don't have to spend big money, but get a tripod. Get a tripod and work out, are you going to have it on your desk? Try not to have it looking up at you. So you don't want it to be too much like this. I'm not sure if you can see the video there, but you don't want to look up people's nose. You don't want to look like I'm looking down at you, like I'm the powerful person and I will tell you what to do. You say try not to look down at people. Try to set it up so it's like almost at eye height if you can, or just slightly below eye height. Now, the more you earn more when you add more value. And so we kind of already spoke about this, but it's such an important thing to know and just understand that I wanted to reinforce it again. That if you are expecting to make money through your business and you're looking for people to invest with you, you first need to deposit value into your network. So you can't withdraw from a bank account if you haven't deposited. Same sort of thing. You need to continually keep adding value. Now, how much value do you need to add before you can expect to make money back to get a paid client? Who knows? In marketing, we talk about that there's about 15 impressions. So each person needs to see 15 pieces of your content before they'll take action. That doesn't mean you need to post 15 times because Frank is not going to see every single post that you put out there. You might need to post for 3 months. You might need to post for 3 months before you might get a single client. Now, hopefully that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen for most people, but you need to be that committed. Like you need to go, am I in it for the long haul? Like, is this something I'm just going to keep going until I get the result, or am I dabbling? And so I would say don't dabble, just do it. Do it until you will get the result. Honestly, you will. Like if you keep going, people just cannot ignore you for that long. When you keep going, as long as you've chosen the right offer and you've got the right market and it's a market and they're hungry for it and it's positioned the right way, you will get results. You absolutely will. I've seen it happen so many times. Where you don't get results is when people give up. They give up 3 feet from gold. They're digging. They're like, oh, there's no gold here, and they give up. And they just had to keep digging for another 3 feet and they would have got that gold. So that's where I see people fail. Where I see people succeed is they just keep going. They keep going no matter what. They just keep at it. Because that's what your audience is doing. Your audience is sitting on the sidelines going, are you serious about this? Or are you just like a dabbler? Because if you're a dabbler, I don't want to be a part of your business yet. I don't want to put my hand up. I don't want to be a guinea pig for you. I'm going to see, is this something you're going to be doing long term or is this short term? I might need to see you doing it for 6 months. Like I've taken action with people after watching them for 2-3 years. 2-3 years later, I'm like, you know what? This guy's serious. Now I'll reach out to them. So there's people out there like that. And you probably like that as well in some areas. So let's have a look at how to develop credibility. So just be more knowledgeable than your audience. We kind of already spoke about that. So how do you develop your knowledge? So you want to become a maven. Now that comes from the book, I think it's Seth Godin, I believe, Malcolm Gladwell perhaps, The Tipping Point. I think it's The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. Great book, go and read it. It's a really good, it helps you understand how ideas become viral. And so in that they talk about that you're either a connector, a maven, or a salesperson. And a salesperson can kind of close people on certain things. A connector kind of just connects people. It's like, oh, I know you. And they don't connect people, they know a lot of people. And a maven is like a product expert, is a knowledge expert. Well, you might be a connector, but you also need to be a maven, especially if you're the figurehead of your business. If you're the expert, you better be a maven. It might be good that you're a connector as well, but you need to be a maven. And so how do you quickly become a maven? Well, you want to collect 3 to 5 stats on the main problem that you solve. So go and find out the statistics. You want to know, I know that 63.4% of the population suffer from obesity and are overweight within Australia. I know that 43% of marriages end in divorce within the first 12 years of being married. So I know that 1 in 5 people suffer from depression. I know these statistics, And I know where I sourced them from. I sourced them from the Australian Bureau of Statistics, the 2012 survey that they conducted. So I know my source, I know the statistics. So now I'm bulletproof. Someone says, oh, it doesn't affect many people. Well, actually, did you know 63.4% of people are affected by obesity and being overweight in Australia? So I can, and I can say, and that's from the Bureau of Statistics 2012. Who knows where it's at right now? So know your statistics. Know your statistics, because that's going to go, oh, shit, this person knows their stuff. Now, collect 3 to 5 causes of the main problem that you solve. So what causes the main problem? And you want to try and, you probably know the standard stuff. Try and find some refreshing ideas, some information that's a bit uncommon. That's going to position you as an expert. If you tell me the stuff that I've already, I'll be like, oh, it's because, the reason why people are overweight is because they're not eating the right things and they're not exercising enough. Yeah, okay, that's standard. That doesn't position you as an expert in my eyes. That just positions you as someone that knows something that everyone else knows. So make sure you kind of understand, yes, the basics, but also some more advanced stuff as well. And that's why you want to follow someone that's cutting edge. Go and find someone that's cutting edge, and they will teach you the stuff that's cutting edge, so then you can teach it back to other people as well. Number 3, aim to bring a new and refreshing perspective on these. Tired ideas do not inspire, like we already said. So each of these statistics and causes can become a Facebook post that you can use to create more awareness and build your network's trust in you. So anything you collect, you're going to have, let's say if you do the bare minimum, you've got 3 statistics, you've got 3 causes. That is 6 different posts you can do. There's 6 different posts. So just find a way to leverage ways to create content. And anything you learn, create it as a bit of content. Send it out there, deposit into the bank account. Deposit into the bank account so when you choose to withdraw, you can. So here's a bit of a template for you. So here's the 3 facts and stats. Here are 3 causes. Here's some uncommon knowledge. So fill that out. Make sure you're taking action. Put pen to paper. Put it into the group. Use the group as an accountability. And then create a post from each of the information points. So here's how. Here's a quick little structure for you. So from each data point or each information point you get, you create a headline. Why so many people are affected by obesity and health issues, let's call it. Universal question to gain interest could be, have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I wish I could lose more weight? Have you ever wished there was an easier way to get healthier? So I'm going to ask some universal questions. That hooks them in. That kind of, again, we're fishing, right? So we're hooking them in. Why is it important? And then you want to share with them, why is that important? Well, obesity causes this sort of problem. It can lead to this sort of issue. It can lead to more pain. It can reduce the quality of your life. It can reduce the lifespan of your life. And then the factor of stat. 63.4% of adults are affected by obesity and being overweight in Australia. And then you might share like some uncommon knowledge with that. And one of the biggest reasons for that is the addiction to sugar and the impact that sugar has on the body. And then the main principle, did you know that if there is a way to be able to use mindset tools to help you let go of sugar and no longer be addicted to it? And there might be an indirect call to action. The indirect would be, hypnotherapy has been shown to make sure that this releasing the sugar addiction is easy and effortless. And that's indirect. Direct call to action would be, this is why I'm so passionate about helping people overcome their sugar addiction and improve their health using hypnotherapy, which helps them change their emotional association to sugar, making sure they can let go of sugar easily and effortlessly. If you're interested in learning more, reach out to me. That's more direct. So you choose whether you go indirect or direct. Make sure you got a balance of both. Do both. Don't do direct continually. Don't do indirect continually. Sort of use a little bit of both. So here are the 4 psychological triggers to think about as well. So we want to always make sure that people don't feel like it's their fault. We never want people to go, it's your fault. You're the one that did that. But there's times when that is useful, but you don't want to do it at the start. Like you might be ruffling too many feathers too quickly. So you want to share with them why it's not their fault. Why is them being overweight and obese not their fault? Well, it's because we didn't get taught that in school. We didn't get taught how to have a successful, healthy body. Well, not enough at least. We didn't get taught how to deal with our emotions. We didn't get taught that there's such thing as emotional eating. We didn't get taught that there's highly refined sugars in most of the foods that we eat. We didn't get taught that if something says fat-free, it's typically jammed full of sugar. We didn't get taught that if it says sugar-free, it's probably jammed high with fats. So we didn't get taught this stuff. That's why it's not their fault. You want to remove the fears that they can't do it. You want to say, look, anyone can do this. So you want to remove the fears from that so they feel like, wow, I'm inspired now. You want to ban against the common enemy. Who's the common enemy? Well, it's the food labeling laws. That they don't tell us enough. Or it's these big companies that are selling us crap food and they're trying to make us addicted to it. They're trying to make it delicious. They're changing the chemical component of it to make sure that we're hooked on it, even though it's not good for our bodies. So whatever it is, whatever you ban against the common enemy, you want to encourage greatness and inspire hope. Well, you can do this. You can get back to that healthy level. You can have the fitness. You can have the energy. You can have the healthy knees. You can have a body that's limber, that's strong, that's comfortable. This is possible, and you can have it within 12 weeks or whatever it is, whatever your way to inspire hope is. So here are the 4 triggers that get you to fill it out. Pen to paper, fill it out, use a group, added accountability. Look, there's a lot of homework in this because, guys, you are starting to build a successful business. I'm trying to give you you have a big challenge ahead of you. I'll stop and say you have a big challenge because I'm teaching you to build a successful 6-figure business in 12 weeks. There's a lot of work that goes into that. Now, you don't have to do it in 12 weeks, but I'm going to deliver the content to you in 12 weeks. Some of you are going to go slower. Some of you are going to keep up. It just depends on how serious you want to take it and how fast you want to create that business for yourself. But look, I know I'm giving you a lot because it takes a lot. Honestly, it does. But if you can just get your head around it, if you can just keep focusing on progress, not perfection, you'll get the results. You honestly will. So let's look at how to set up a professional Facebook page. Some of you already have this, so you can probably skip this part a little bit. But let's go through it anyway because some of you are just starting out brand new. So why a Facebook page? So a Facebook page is different from your Facebook profile. A Facebook page allows you to run ads, get customer insights and statistics on your posts, and it's within the Facebook policy. So what it means by that is technically you can't use your personal page for business purposes. So you have a personal page or a personal profile, and that allows you to then set up a business page. So your business page, personal profile, think of it like that. So the business page ingredients to set up a business page is what you need. You need a name for your business. So it does not need to be the same as your formal business name. So think of it as when you run a business, you need an ABN, an Australian business number or business name. I think it's a number. ABN is your number. So which has a name associated to it. The name does not need to be your business page on Facebook. You can give anything a business page. So I could do the Black Cup Company. I don't have an ABN called that, but I can set up a business page just like that, call it the Black Cup Company. Doesn't mean anything, really. It's just a brand. So ideally, have hypnotherapy in the term to help with SEO and searching. So you might have E-Hypnotherapy or hypnotherapy. Again, not everyone's looking for E-Hypnotherapy just yet. So call it hypnotherapy, but make sure you brand it up as E-Hypnotherapy. So when they go, they're like, oh, this is different. Have a photo of you. So your profile photo ideally should be you smiling, looking successful and happy. That creates trust and connection. Ideally, if you can make the photo face towards the page, you don't want to have the photo looking away from the page because otherwise that diverts the person's eyes away from it. There's some dimensions there as well to think about. You want a square photo. If you know about pixels, it's 1080 by 1080 pixels will be the best sort of dimensions for a photo. Again, if you don't know how to do all this, you can either outsource it on Fiverr or maybe just ask someone in the group, and I'm sure someone can help you in the group, if not me. And then have a banner. So you want to put a banner up, and that banner ideally should depict the feeling that you want your clients to have at the end of the session. So go to, do I have some, I'll just move that. This is where we future pace the emotions of your clients. So if you're helping people overcome depression, have a photo, and maybe it's women, have a photo of a woman sort of kind of looking like she's happy and celebrating on the beach or in the garden, or she looks happy, she looks free, she looks like an amazing life. I want to look at that photo and go, that's what I want. I want some of that. That's what you want your clients to have or to feel. So there's the dimensions again for your banner for Facebook. Again, if you get stuck and you're like, I don't know how to do this, Shane, it's too technical, just go to Fiverr, fiverr.com. Just type in Facebook banner, bang. You'll find people, it'll cost you $7 Australian. You'll get someone, you just tell them what you want, they'll create it for you, they'll send it to you, you just need to upload it from there. So let's have a look at the setup for a Facebook page. So what you do is you go to Facebook and you click in the top drop-down box. You can't do this on your phone. Well, it's harder on your phone at least. So do it on a PC or a laptop. You go create page. You then do business, get started. You then enter your page name, include hypnotherapy in the name. You've got to enter the category. I would choose health and wellness website, because then you don't need to have a fixed address. But if you are seeing people face-to-face as well, then probably choose alternative and holistic health services and put your clinic address in there. You then want to upload your profile photo. Again, choose your face, as we said, or if you don't want to use your face, use an easily identifiable logo, something that you look at straight and go, yep, that's that business. And then have a cover photo or a banner. And again, we already talked about it, aim for a picture that represents how you want your clients to feel at the end. Now, you can set it up as a video, or you can set it up as a slideshow, so you have multiple photos. For now, if you can't get your head around that, just go for a photo. Just go for basics for now. So some more Facebook page setup things to consider is you then choose or create a page username and make sure it's easily identifiable and easy to remember. You have an add button. So there's an add button that will go below your banner. And so you can choose that as to learn more or contact us. So just go maybe contact us for now or learn more. Then go to settings. So you go to settings in your page, go to templates and tab, and then go number 1, select the right category. So make sure you're choosing either services or business, and then move the posts and videos to the top so that when people are scrolling through, the first thing they're going to see is your posts and your videos. Don't let them be down the bottom. So bring them up to the top, and then consider ordering your tabs by dragging and dropping them into the right order so that they will be in the right order for the way that you want your page to look. Then go to settings and go to page info. And so enter description for your page. Here's a bit of a template for you. So it's like your page name, whatever it is passionate about helping, and then who's your target avatar, who's your target market, and what problem do you solve by using, what's your unique method, what's your exclusive solution method, so that they can, and then what's the big dream and ambition that they have. And so please contact us and then what's something you're going to give them that's free to start that relationship, for a free introductory session, for a free chat, for a discovery call, for a free PDF, for a free ebook, for this template, whatever it is, because your life you seek could be just one hypnotherapy session away. That's just my little wrap up of it. You can change it, of course, but that's just a template for you to consider using. Then fill in the relevant contact details below that, and then fill in all other details. And if you have time, just add all those other details in there, because it increases the keyword search. So in other words, your page will show up more often to more people through Facebook. Okay, so now you've got your page set up. Again, I can appreciate if you have some technology challenges, you might just need to go through that a little bit slower or go back to that. Let's have a look at the pinned post video. Now, once you've set up a page, your Facebook business page, I would encourage that you pin up a video to the top of that. So the principles of the pinned post video is this: that if you don't invest in your own business, your clients aren't going to invest in you either. And only 9% of the population are already open to hypnotherapy, so you need to educate the other 91%. So videos are by far the most consumed media, and it increases connection, trust, and awareness. So use your smartphone or borrow someone else's, and ideally put it on a tripod like we spoke about. Make sure the sound and lighting are really good. Make sure that if you are going to use indoor lighting, that you have maybe a lighting kit. So right now I've got a big window over here. So right now the lighting is okay, but if you watch the video, I'll just put on my studio lighting. Okay, so just turn my studio light. I'm not sure whether that made a difference or not, but when it's a little bit darker in here, and I can probably turn that around a bit more. There we go. All right. So I've got 2 studio lights right there. Now they cost, I think, about $50 each, perhaps. You don't need to do that, of course, but you want to make sure it looks good. So right now I've got a lot of natural light coming through. It's good enough to do it like here. Or you might do it outside. If you can do it outside, ideally you want to look for either 10 to 11 o'clock or 2 to 3 o'clock, because then you don't get like these shadows under the eyes, under the nose, under the chin. Like if it's midday, the sun's right above you. So try and find the right time of day to do it as well. Record a 3 to 6 minute video and upload it to your Facebook page and mark it as a pinned post. So I'm going to give you a template for this as well. Here's a structure for it. So start off by saying who you are and what you do. You then current pace them. You speak about people's fears, misconceptions, and you relate to this because that's where they're currently at. When we talk about current pace, we have like future pace or we have current pace. To pace someone's current experience, it's about talking about where they're at right now. Then we future pace them at some point, and we'll get to that. You want to cover 3 to 4 points of interest to explain what hypnosis is or what hypnotherapy is. So what you might also include in this is how E-Hypnotherapy is different. That's something to throw in there. So, you might talk about conscious versus unconscious, captain versus crew. You might talk about how other people's problems are created and how their solutions are created. You might talk about why people think hypnosis doesn't work or why it's not real. So this is just educational information for the skeptics. So the skeptics that are a little bit curious, they land on your page, they can watch your video, now they're sold. They're like, yep, okay, now I get it. Oh, there's that what hypnosis is. Great, now I'm going to book a call. And then give a call to action, asking the viewer to contact you, ideally with some sort of free offer or some sort of type of giveaway. Or maybe just ask them to contact you to have a free call. Here's a template for you, so fill it out and record the video. Yeah, use BigView. Type out the script, upload the script to BigView, set up your phone, record it, bang. As long as you can just read from the script and sound like it's more conversational, and if you're like me, you're like most other people that I've coached, it's going to take you about 3 or 4 goes. By the 3rd or 4th go, you'll know the script really well, you'll be a lot more in flow, and you just get it right. Maybe you'll take 10 times, I don't know. Hopefully it's only going to be about 3 or 4. That's why you only want it to be a short video. You don't want to do a 20-minute video 3 or 4 times. That's too much time, or even 10 times. So let's have a look at some other video posts or written posts. So written posts versus video posts. So the principles are that video posts will get more engagement than written posts, and it also aligns with Facebook's business model. Facebook is in the business of keeping people on Facebook. So a 3-minute video will keep people on Facebook for 3 minutes. A post will maybe keep them on Facebook for 30 seconds. So they love videos more than they love written posts. So written posts are better than no posts though. So if you're like, oh, but I can't do a video post, so I won't post at all. Don't. No, still post a written post instead. As Michael Jordan's famous for saying, you miss 100% of the shots you never take. Think about it. Like the post that you choose not to make today could be the thing that would have gotten you a paid client. So just, again, treat your business seriously. You are running a business. You don't take time. Think about it like a job. Most people don't go, I don't feel like doing my job today. I mean, you might not feel like doing your job, but you turn up. Most people, when you're getting paid to turn up, you turn up. Think about this, like you are getting paid, you are earning the right to get paid in your business. So you still have to keep showing up. Dedicate 15 minutes each day to doing this. If you don't take your business seriously, like I said, then neither will anyone else. Let's have a look at how to edit videos. So there's some video editing options. You can either do it yourself, and there's some apps you can get on your phone. There are things called like iMovie is an Apple version. There's another one called Clips. I'm just going to quickly try and find some of mine. I don't use them all that often on my phone. Oh, here we go. I've got a whole bunch of them. So iMovie, Cinematic, Spark Video, Video Leap, Cinema with a V. What's that? Vinema, Videorama, Clips, Filmmaker Pro. There's all these different apps you can get where it allows you to edit videos on your smartphone, just like that. Or you can get, I think there's Premiere. So Premiere is another one that I use a lot. It's Adobe Premiere. That's for the laptop. What are some other ones? There's a free one, but I'll put it into the group, and I can't remember what it's called now. I think it's like Quick Shot or Smart Shot. If you Google free video editing programs, you'll find them. They're there. And they're all fairly similar. Now, if you pay for them, like Premiere is a paid one. It costs $800 a year for that and their whole suite of programs. That's when you're serious about your business and you're serious about doing a lot of work, then that's a good thing to invest in. But until then, just go with the free ones. They're all fairly similar. I mean, obviously the paid ones have a lot more bells and whistles. Or you can outsource it. If you're like, Shane, I just want to stay in the CEO mindset. I don't want to be a worker bee. I don't want to get caught up in that stuff. And technically, I don't even know where to start. Then outsource it. Go to Upwork. I'm a big fan of Upwork rather than Fiverr. Upwork, and I'll show you the difference between Upwork and Fiverr. Upwork, you put up a job and people then bid for that job. They bid for it. And so they'll say, yeah, I'll do it for you for $10. And you go, great, okay, I'll hire you for $10. You can edit my video. You tell them how to edit the video. and then they'll send you back the video, and then when you're happy with it, then you pay them $10. The way Fiverr works is in reverse. People are already putting their jobs up there, their tasks. You search for video editing. You'll see a whole heap of people that will do video editing. You have to pay them first, and then you're crossing your fingers and you're hoping like hell that you're going to get what you're looking for. Now, they'll say, I'll offer you revisions or whatever they'll say, but you get less control. I find you get less control through Fiverr than you do through Upwork. Upwork is the same as Elance, very similar, just different brands. So my preference is Upwork. Takes a little bit more time, but I believe you get a better result for it, and you get to control the spend as well. All right, so let's look at how to create content even easier. I want you to be a content creating machine. And so a system for producing content is this. This is what we call an easy content creator. So you want to write down 5 frequently asked questions that your target market likely asks or has. Then write a brief response to each of the frequently asked questions. Then create a post for each frequently asked question and response using this structure. So the headline should be the frequently asked question. The hook. So on this video, in this post, you will learn so that you can, that's the hook. The story. Here's a brief story. So share a brief story about how this relates to you or how it relates to other people, and then give the content. So what's the frequently asked question and why, or why is it important, and what are the impacts of it? And then have your call to action. So if you'd like to learn more about how I help people do X and Y, then contact me for more information. Bang, you've just got 5 pieces of content. If you do it like that, here's a template for you. What are the frequently asked questions? What are the responses? Here's the script. So we're at the end. Here are your 4 big tasks. Just a quick recap. Get clear on your exclusive offer. Fill it out, post it in the group. Set up your professional Facebook page. Do that, post it in the group. Let us all see what your Facebook page is. Let us all like your Facebook page. Let's get some likes happening. We'll give you feedback on it. Let's socialize it. Be proud of you releasing your business. So I want to see all of you posting a link of your Facebook page into the Facebook group. I want to see your page. I want to celebrate with you. You go, awesome, you've got a good page there. Let's do it. I want you to create a pinned post. So create that pinned post. It's so important. It's gonna get you so many clients that way. So create that pinned post video. Script it out. Once you've scripted it, put it in the group. Once you record the video, put it in the group. Share those milestones as you're going through it. Use the group as that accountability, and then create at least one frequently asked question, value add post or video. And then if you really want to take on the advanced task, be like, Shane, I'm ready to kick it to another level. Let's, how fast can I run? Let me off the leash. Let's do it. Let's go super fast. Turbo edition. We'll then create multiple frequently asked question posts and videos. So guys, I know I've probably gone a little bit over time. I've really got into the habit of putting a timer on to know how long this has gone for. I hope you got a lot of value. I'm keen to hear about what's been the one biggest thing that you took away from this call. If you had to boil it down to one thing, what is one thing that you're going to do without fail, without excuses? You're not going to let excuses get in the way. What's the one thing you're going to do that's going to get you moving in the biggest way forward in your business? What's one thing you're taking from this video? Share it in the group. I will put this slide deck together. It'll be available in the files section as well. We'll speak again real soon. Take care. Bye.